What's a kink that you started joking about that turned into one of your actual kinks? Praise kink. I found it ridiculous that someone would get off on being called a good boy. Well, MILFs, and drunk office ladies. It started as a joke, but I'm scared now. Not mine but my wife. She used to joke about being thrown about, manhandled, pinned down etc. After doing it a few times to her, she started to request that I keep doing it, and it's now her go-to request to get turned on quickly. I'm a tall, athletic guy, 6 feet 4 inches. When I was single, I used to joke that I was single because I only want to date women taller and stronger than me. A man can dream, right? My current partner might not be taller than me, but she can carry me around like it's nothing. Grinning face with smiling eyes and sweat drop. Middle-aged woman in a business suit who puts her hands on her hips and tells me she is disappointed with me. Sleep. Yeah, I found out I really like being woken up, being touched and everything. It makes me really horny. Oh god. Okay, well, I was watching this film with some friends and the premise was based on a masked killer. We got to talking about masked killers in general, which is when I admitted that two of my weirdest crushes ever were Jason Voorhees and Ghostface. But only when they had masks on. I made a joke about maybe I have a kink for masks. Well, got drunk with my partner at the time, a couple days later, and we gave it a go. Turns out it wasn't a joke and I'm into that. The pandemic's been a wild ride for me. Milking table. Ugh. Maui. I joked about being attracted to priest one too many times. Oh well. Curvy gals in cow print bikinis. Goddamn. Femdom. Do you know how I found out? A character, Franziska von Karma. Don't know if it's a kink. But TID sucking. Suck my tits while we fuck. Feels so good. Dirty talk. I used to think it was so annoying, until I tried it and I was really good at it. I'm actually really shy in real life and find that I have trouble communicating and forming sentences without thinking about them too much. But with dirty talk, the words just flow from me without any hesitation or awkwardness. I'm not falling for this again. Tall, nicely built athletic ladies. Death by snoo is my kink, I guess. I thought it was funny to annoy my ex-boyfriend and call him Daddy BC. He hated it. Joke was very much on me. Pegging. Well, turns out I'm a switch. I like doming, but apparently I also have a praise kink plus submission side. I've always joked about finding me a dummy mommy. Then my friend told me I was a good boy and I just shut down flustered. Oh well, I really like dressing up in lingerie and then letting my partner rip it and tear it off me. Sweaty red face with tongue out, choking. Started out as a joke back when my mental health wasn't great. Then an ex of mine tried it and, well, it turns out it wasn't as much of a joke as I thought. Lol. Not a kink, but I used to joke about being gay all the time. As it turned out, eating ass. I thought, why would any sane person put their tongue there? Well, my guy loves it and that gets me revved up. Woman shrugging. Big girls. When me and my BF were first dating, whenever one of us would get up to go piss, the other would say, piss on me, face with big pleading eyes, so that they don't have to leave. This went on for a while until my BF turned to me and said, can you actually piss on me? When we tried it, I found out we were both into pissing on each other. Golden showers, face with tears of joy, getting nipples pinched. It should hurt and it does, but in a good way. Getting slapped, getting fucked. I do it non-sexually anyway, so I figured I might as well do that too. Threesomes. I joked I would never get one. Got one several times and I discovered I really want more. Good girl. Praise kink. Like wood. Nurses. I'm normally quite ashamed of my body, until I was in the hospital feeling like I was dying. The nurses being nice and what seemed to me genuinely not bothered by my ugly, eating her ass peach peas hand sign with medium light skin tone. Foot fetish. Now I'm on my feet all the time and I do anything, I mean anything, for a foot rub. Gay porn. It's been years. but it my favored. As an older lady, I like a few bears in the wrong bed. BF said he was going to breed me, and oh god, it's all I think about now. I have bladder issues and my ex would tease me about it in a lewd way. I'm not into pee stuff, but it seems I like being humiliated for having issues with peeing. The notion of calling anyone daddy used to make me giggle uncomfortably. Read a couple of daddy-dom romances and kink unlocked alien tentacle sex. Don't knock it till you try it. Breastfeeding. Wife and I kidded with the first kid when she was pregnant with the second. Yeah, it was fucking amazing. I used to have bladder holding contests with some of my lady friends just for shits and giggles. Well, one day, my second brain decided this was hot, and all I could say was, God fucking damn it, Dave. Guys that get dressed up in women's clothes could never understand why. Now I love it so much. Feet's grinning face with smiling eyes and sweat drop. I had a high school boyfriend who was well endowed. I told my friend. She joked about wanting to try it out. I didn't realize it was a joke for a few seconds and was like, yeah, come over tonight, we're hanging out at my house. She was wide-eyed. I was a bit surprised myself. We laughed it off, but then that night I asked him what he thought about it. He laughed, but wasn't into it. Couple weeks later we broke up. It's high school, can't remember the reason, but whatever. Me and a friend ended up at her house. Her boyfriend was there and they kissed or something. I said, that was hot, and spanked her. Anyway, one thing leads to another. I won't get into the details of it all, and those couple events was kind of what led me into a swinging and open relationships. I had a new boyfriend a couple weeks later and watched him and my friend go at it and was as turned in as I'd ever been. I just love the play of it all. Pregnancy. I mentioned it as a joke to a colleague, and a few weeks later am scouring the internet for hot pregnant women getting fucked, being called mommy, femboy's Easter Island statue, being called daddy during tickling. Apparently I'm a big old tickle slut. Feet. It's why I strayed away from other kinks. Don't want to develop an armpit fetish. Choking. I thought BuzzFeed shut their news department. I'm into fanfiction and well, I thought Omegaverse was a pretty hilarious concept, but I read a few out of curiosity and at this point I'm writing I had a GF who went after me like she wanted me to feel like the most desirable and appreciated person on earth. That lasted 2 years and then she left me. Other GFs I could not expect such treatment owing to them as a person. Recently, I met someone who reminds me of the one who made me feel fully appreciated. She is a keeper stepping on guys. It's so dumb and stereotypical. But take her down about 80%. They're squirrely Dan foot jobs. Got one in the car and came out. Then I knew. One day, I was laying there while she was on top riding me and I do not know what possessed me. But I saw her with her eyes closed and enjoying it, and I gave her cheek a slap and instantly she loves it. Now she loves begging for me to slap her when she doesn't expect it and I love slapping her. Eating ass. I've always been a fan of anal, but the thought of eating ass seemed disgusting to me when I was younger. Never had any interest, poked fun at a couple of people for being into it, and made jokes about it. Started making the joke, she's so hot, I'd eat her ass, because heard her, so hot I'd do something I'd never do. After making that joke every now and then for years, I was eventually like, wait, I want to eat ass. I've not done it yet, but I have had it pop up in fantasies, and the thought has turned me on. Maybe that's more about who I'm fantasizing about, IDK, but I know they're into it, and the thought of doing it to them is a pleasant one, so, man shrugging. Here's hoping it's not an awful experience if when I try it. After a good session, I jokingly said, who's your daddy? And chuckled. Yeah, that offhand joke started a whole thing with both of us. For me, it was the movie Old School. And number X200B. Will Ferrell and his wife in marriage counseling, and he has the monologue about imagining what panties their waitress was wearing. Maybe something really cool I don't even know about. Started my fetish. My since departed fiancée was completely on board with of surprising me with new pair she bought, and me buying her once I imagined she would, and did, look fantastic in. I miss her every day. I'm not a kinkster but am attracted to kinky women, aka bound gag girls in attractive poses. With cosint of course coming on a female's face. It's the best. Joked about it once to a friend, she said to it, I did it. Not wearing underwear, love it.